All right, guys, this is a little something different. I was in cohorts today. I was working on cohorts today, and I thought, oh my goodness, I'm getting stressed because I didn't do a video today. Now that we're under 70 videos, I keep thinking, oh my goodness, I'm going to miss a day because I'm so engrossed in my work in this season. But I haven't forgot conquer worry and anxiety. You and I are on chapter 3, which is called Staying Positive. You probably haven't seen this look before. I've got my cameras for my cohorts and my Zooms and stuff, so we'll just film that on here today. So Dr. Amen starts page 57, which is the beginning of chapter 3. He says, our five senses take in the world, but perception occurs as our brains process the incoming information through our feeling filters. So there's what is happening around us, processed then in how we feel about it. Our perception of the outside world are based on our inner world. It's based on our current thinking right now and how we see life. He goes on to say, our view of a situation has greater impact on our lives than the situation itself. How you see things has a bigger impact than what you're going through right now, than the actual situation. Reminds me of the John Maxwell quote, how you view things is often how you do things. That's so true in life. Okay, he even gives us an actual model, A, B, C. A is the actual event. B is how we interpret or perceive the event. And C is how we react to the event. So the event, how we interpret it, and how we react. He says, other people or events can't make us do anything. It's our interpretation or perception that causes our behavior. How are you responding? Right? How you view things is how you do things. It's going to lead to your response. On page 61, it says, people who do not give up interpret the pain and setback as temporary opposed to permanent. You know, this made me think of the book Mindset by Carol Dweck. That some people have a fixed mindset, nothing's ever going to change, this is always the way it's going to be. And some people have a growth mindset. I'm going to grow, I'm going to develop, I'm going to get past this. Do you have a growth mindset? Are you seeing your challenges as permanent, or are you seeing them as temporary, just a part of the journey right now in this season? He said, here's a few ideas on how to overcome that. Number one is start to listen to yourself and others and how things are explained. Are you leaning more pessimistic where everything's negative? Or are you leaning more optimistic where you're leaning into the positive? It's very important to listen to the way you're talking, listen to the way others around you are talking, and then change your language. Change your language. It's in what we say. Words matter. They can build us up. They can break us down. Words are important. He says you got to allow mistakes because mistakes are learning experiences. Everybody is going to make mistakes. He says it's how you respond to them that will determine how quickly you recover. Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. Another John Maxwell book. But he does say blind optimism will lead to an early death. You don't want to just walk through life mindlessly. You want to be intentional. You want to plan for the future. You want to prepare. You just also want to see the positive. The last thing that I'll talk about today is he talks about the wonder drug. No, it's not something you go to the pharmacy to get. The wonder drug is gratitude. Right now, if you feel like negativity is overwhelming you, if you feel like the majority of your thoughts are negative, I want to encourage you to start a positivity journal. And this could be as simple as at the end of the night, write down 3 things you are grateful for. Or it could be first thing in the morning when you wake up, if you have a morning routine. Take a moment and write down 3 things that you are grateful for and choose to have an attitude of gratitude. That's only scratching the surface of what is in this chapter. I thought we could probably do 2 or 3 days just on this chapter alone, but I'll figure out how to work some of the other stuff into the rest of the book. I think we only have 2 chapters left, and I'll probably do a wrap-up video. So I'll work some of the rest of the stuff in. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Tomorrow, you and I will look at chapter 4, the secret, conquering anxiety for a lifetime. I'll see you then.